Hello friends, in this segment we're going to see the poem The Road Not Taken, which was written by Robert Frost. The Road Not Taken is a poem that describes the dilemma of a person standing at a road with diversion. This diversion symbolizes real life situations. Sometimes in life too, there come times when we have to take tough decisions. We could not decide what is right or wrong for us. Driven by our hopes and ambitions, we take a decision taken by fewer people. We think that if fail to seek accomplishments, we could get a chance to change and start again. However, we travel too far and have to regret at the end. Also, it is possible that we could become an extraordinary person because of that one decision. Thus, the Road Not Taken poem focuses on making wise decisions in life. Let's get into the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. This poem signifies a situation where the poet was walking down a road that had a diversion. He had to choose between the two paths. The wood was yellow, which represents a world full of people who have been residing for many years. The poet kept standing at that fork and looked at the paths very carefully. He looked as far as he could. Before moving forward on one path, he wants to understand how it was. Was it suitable for him to walk on it or not? He was able to see the path till from where it got curved. However, afterward it was covered with trees and then it was hidden. He wanted to understand the advantages and disadvantages of the paths. The same happens in life too. We have to make decisions thinking about its good and bad consequences in the future. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. The poets looked at one path for a long time to decide whether it's good or not for him. Then he takes the alternative path as he feels that the path he chose was better for him. The path was grassy, which depicted that it was walked over by fewer people and also it was wanted wear. It depicted that the path was unused. However, as he walks on the path for some distance, he realizes that both the paths were similarly worn out. Even in our life, every decision has its own good and bad consequences. We may think we are in a better position than the others, but it is not the reality. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. The poet says that the two paths looked similar that morning. Both were having leaves on them. No one stepped on that, and thus they were green. He decided to move forward on one path and keep the other for another day. Although he knew that he would not be able to return back as one path would lead to another. This happens in life too. We make a decision and move forward in that direction. We think that we would get a chance to start over again if we fail. But that does not happen. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by. And that has made all the difference. The poet says that sometime in the future he will take a deep breath and tell that once in a lifetime he had to take a tough decision. He was standing at a diversion of two roads, both looked to him equally well. Thus he decides to move forward on the road which fewer people took. As a result, it has made him what he is today. That one decision shaped his future. Similarly, in the future, when we grow up and then we have to say that once upon a time, when you were in your youth, you have to take tough decisions. The choice made by you had made you what you are today. Thus, the Road Not Taken poem gives a very strong message to the people. It tells us to be careful in making decisions in life. One should be very wise and careful while making choices, as our choices shape our future. Also, once we make a decision, it is very difficult to change and start again. One bad decision could make us regrets throughout our life. All this depends on the choices we make today. I hope you have understood this real meaning of this poem. Stay connected with Learning Station for more videos. Thank you.